Sami and Roman. Sami did not say, I'm going to win the Undisputed Championship. He said, what did he say? He was going to end Roman? Is that there was a terminology that he used instead of saying he was going to win the titles, or in 8 days it's over, or something like that.
And Roman Reigns' bloodline.
Is that what it was? Something like that.
Might have been something like that. He focused more on ending Roman Reigns' reign rather than anything. Taking the title will accomplish that.
So, how are you guys picturing the match here? Because Roman has a specific style in these title matches that they're kind of they're a little slower in the storytelling. You're getting to a peak, and it takes a little while to get there. Long match. I think Sami could be really good in that story because he plays the underdog role well. He sells well. He's going to get these hope spots that the people are going to get super excited for. Larry already beat me to the question here. Do we see a pin in this match, or do we get the disqualification? What do you guys think?
I don't like the idea of a disqualification, just because I think that WWE's been doing a really good job of staying away from those kind of finishes. Having said that, the fact that they have stayed away from it for so long, that you do it once in a while, it's not as bad. So you can definitely see the scenario for that. But personally, I think it's more likely that, we get a visual pinfall by Sami, we get a ref bump, we get, and that this all sounds so predictable and, what we've seen before, but it tends to work. It tends to get the reaction from the fans that you want. And then Jay comes down, maybe Kevin, and somehow, it all ends up with, like Roman, pinning Sami at the end. And then, and then whatever's going to happen after the match we get, that's going to lead to Kevin and Sami against the Usos at WrestleMania, which, I think we all think is happening.
What do you think, Jeremy?
I think we're going to get the traditional WWE main event match. I think we're going to get 5 to 7 minutes at the beginning of Roman completely dominating and decimating Sami in, about, and around the ring, doing the whole, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you think you're on my level. I'm all the things that you hear Roman Reigns yelling throughout the match. Mistake happens, an opportunity, Sami gets his hook box, the whole deal. And then we get there. But I think Roman Reigns pinned him, because I remember sitting and talking to you 2 years ago when we were talking about how is the match with Edge and Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns going to end. We all talked about it, and we all kind of had our predictions of how they would go about doing it. And when all was said and done,
they both lost.
It was all Roman Reigns. Everything was about Roman Reigns looking strong. He stacked 2 dudes, he pinned them, and we all just said, we should have known better. When it's WrestleMania season, Roman Reigns is not to be trifled with, especially his booking. I think he wins this match. I think he is going to be looking unbelievably strong for the Cody match going into WrestleMania.
I kind of wish the Owens and Zayn friendship was sort of reestablished, and maybe it will be on Friday. Maybe there will be something that sort of reestablishes them as kind of like, okay, we can kind of walk on the same side of the street now. Because what would be interesting is, going back to Larry's thought of disqualification, is, Sami tells Kevin Owens, no matter what you do, don't throw in the towel. Let me fight and let me win, let me lose. And Kevin Owens is watching this dude just get killed, and Roman knows that he could end it at any time. And instead of Kevin Owens throwing in the white towel, he just has to stop the match by jumping into the ring and fighting with Reigns, or he gets goaded into doing that. And so it saves Sami a little bit in not having to be pinned, but it also shows Sami, like, the guy was letting me, go on my sword, but he loved me too much to let that happen. You could tell a story like that. That would be kind of interesting. That might be a little bit too much Elite and Kenny Omega for WWE fans, but it's an interesting way to get out of the pin because, man, that's going to be okay. Let me ask you both this question, and this could be a simple yes or no with a sentence. Are we going to get a sharpshooter spot in this match?
No.
Oh God, I hope not.
Because I'm trying to think of what they're going to do to remind us that this show is in Montreal, right? We haven't seen anything in the build-up. Maybe there will be a video package in the beginning that shows the Brett and Vince and Shawn thing.
I would rather they do that in Brock and Bobby if they're going to do any kind of screw job tribute kind of thing.
Is this Triple H's chance to finally put that behind it? It's something Vince always wanted to go back to, but maybe because this is Triple H, it's going to be, let's just give Montreal a pay-per-view and not remind them of what happened in 1997. I don't know.
I'm just hoping that we don't see even a tease to any of that stuff. It'll be nice.
There's one aspect to this that you mentioned earlier that we have not seen Kevin Owens since the Royal Rumble, and Sami didn't actually save Kevin Owens. Sami churned on the Usos, or on Roman specifically, and he mentioned that last night in his promo that he churned on. I think he said the Bloodline, or he may have said Roman. But he didn't save Sami or Kevin. He let that beating go on for a long time, and he didn't step in and help. So for Kevin to just automatically show up and save Sami would kind of be out of character.
He might stop the beating, though, because Sami stopped the beating.
Or he may just attack Roman to get back at him, but not really saving Sami. So there's still some tension between the two of them. And, I do like, I think we all are expecting them to get to that Sami and Kevin versus the Usos, but we still have to resolve this Sami and Kevin thing. They've been off again friends for, 20 years, and they feuded as much as they've teamed. And at certain times and fairly recently, they've both kind of said, I'm done with you. So for them to just all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're best friends now and we're going to challenge for the tag team titles. I don't know that that's exactly how they're going to do this.
So Larry has a good idea, but I want to counter his idea ever so slightly, because he says Sami has Roman beat, Jay interferes, causing a DQ, beatdown commences with Roman, Jay, and I think he meant Solo. Cody and KO make the save, babyface celebrate to end the show. I like that idea if Roman retains. I don't like that idea as much if Roman is going to lose the title, because if Roman retains, then you run Sami and Roman back again because of this disqualification. But I think if Roman is going to lose to Cody, I think he's got to beat Sami. I think he's got to pin him.
Yeah, I agree. The other thing that I really like is that Sami is a SmackDown talent and Kevin Owens is a Raw talent. So after whatever happens here at Elimination Chamber, they don't have 4 shows to run this thread through. They have all the Raw and SmackDown programming to build the reunion between Sami and Kevin. So between a Raw and a SmackDown, I would honestly say you're going to get a pop around St. Patrick's Day where they finally decide that, we're going to do this. We're whatever fences and stuff. Because, Paul's right. They can drag this out. There's no reason why this happens on the Raw after Elimination Chamber, given all the other things that we're going to know with Cody and Roman and everything. Just let this breathe. It is big enough that it will breathe, and it will be great to let it play out.